everyone, welcome back. So in this video we'll be testing the transitivity of virtual network peering that we have done before. So if you give a glance of previous labs, so initially we have deployed the whole architecture, and in this we have connected these two networks using peer connection. So these two can connect to each other. So now we have to test those connectivity that we have done in the previous lab. So for that we'll be using the network watcher. So let's go to the network watcher and see. So initially you can go here and search for network, and you can see there is a network watcher. So click that, and so we have various network watchers according to the locations. However, under network diagnosis tools you can see there is a connection troubleshoot. So click that, and so here let me check whether we have options. So we have virtual machine, which is 0. So let's see where is 0. Virtual machine 0. So you can see this is the virtual machine 0. So using this we'll proceed. So instead of select virtual machine, let's go ahead and select manually, and here let me add the IP of VM2. So right now we are in VM0, and we'll try to see the connection from VM2. So you can see here. So now the other one is this one. So we'll be trying to connect with these two and see whether there is a proper connection or not. So if you can see the ID here that we have used 10.62.0.4, so it's a private IP of VM2. Let's confirm it. So if I go back to the resource group, if I go back to the resource group 1, and here there is a VM1, so click that, and it's VM2. If we go back here, where is VM2, and here you can see a private IP which is 10.62.0.4. so we are right. So you have to paste that IP address here, and the protocol would be TCP, and the destination port would be 2389. Done. So once it is done, if you can check the advanced settings too, but we don't require that. Click check, and let's see how is connectivity. So it's checking for the connectivity. So it should be established because there is already a peer connection between these two, so it should be connected. Since the hub virtual network is peered directly to the first spoke virtual network, the connection should be established. So you can see it has been reachable, and you can see we have all got the green signs, and that's good. So yeah, from 0 to 2 we are able to establish the connection. Now let's try from 0 to 3. So if I go back here, so this is established, so we are able to successfully establish the connection. Now let's try from these two connections. So from VM0 to VM3. So if I go back here, now let's it's the same configurations, but only thing is you need to change the IP address. So it's 60. Let's go ahead and resource group 1, go to VM3, and copy the IP, private IP of VM3, and paste it. We got an error, so now it's okay. So let's check these connections too. So checking for the connectivity, and this should work properly too, as it has been peered directly to the second spoke. So because of this peering concept, we were able to connect to to these different virtual networks in this architecture. So once this is done, let's try to connect with the other one. So you can see it's reachable too. We were able to successfully connect it, so that's good. So now we have established these two connections which are working properly, and these two connections which are working properly. Now let's try to connect these two. Now if you observe, there is no peer connection, only these two are connected but not these two. Let's check whether it's working or not. So for that, let's go back here and let's select the virtual machine 0, and here we need to change it to 2. So if I check the architecture, we have 2, and then yeah, we'll leave it as default, which is 6304, which is for the 3. So we're trying to see the connection whether they are working properly or not. So that should be an error because it's not paired with each other. So yeah, it should be an error. So virtual network pairing is not transitive. That's the reason it will throw an error. So once we completed with this, the next task would be to configure the routing in the hub and spoke topology. So that is a task 4 that we'll be performing. So we'll wait for this, and so you can also read the meaning of this. So network host connection troubleshoot provides the capability to check direct TCP connection from virtual networks to virtual machines to the other VMs, fully qualified domain names, URL path, start choose. Yeah, that is what we have done here. So you can see the status is unreachable, so we were not able to connect to it because it's not connected using the network. So these two are not connected. If there is a connection, then we can communicate with each other, but in this case it's not. So that is the reason we were able to not connect to this. So now we have successfully tested the transitivity of the virtual network pairing, and in the next lab we'll be configuring the routing in the hub and spoke topology. So I hope you guys understood the concept of today's video. So if you like the video, please click the like below, and if you want to subscribe to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel, and please share the video. And if you have any comments, please do in the comment section. Thank you.